25. And today I want to talk about this beautiful quote: the glory of God is the person fully alive. Beautiful quote. I believe it's from around 300 AD. And to me, that so encapsulates what Christian theology is all about. A little background to that. We can see many different ways to see God. And it's interesting because different ways of seeing God might fit different life situations, might fit different times in our life. And that's one reason why maybe the Bible is written with a lot of different perspectives in it. Like, you can see certain facets of God that may be particularly important at different points in time. I know that some people find, and this is going to sound strange, but some people find in the Bible and the Word, they find a picture of a very angry God, a very judgmental God, a very sort of turn or burn kind of God. And it's interesting, being a pastor, sometimes I have certainly have known people, have witnessed where that actually can be helpful at a certain time. Somebody whose life is wildly, wildly out of order, and literally they need the fear of God. They need something to sort of like, cold water in the face. They need something to kind of slap them to and get them on the better path towards life. And I've seen that work, and I've seen that been an important thing for people. And I think we also can have this view of God of a deeply loving, compassionate God. And that's more from Christian New Church theology. That's sort of more the place where we pull from. We pull from a belief in God, that God can never be angry. God can't even frown at us. God doesn't punish us. God doesn't send us to heaven. We do all those things ourselves. And this idea of God that as a life giver, God that is deeply filled with joy, I think that's just really powerful. And this idea, the glory of God is the person fully alive. We just need to rest in that a little bit. And that word glory, a lot of the time when you look at it grammatically, it could be like the word celebration sort of has that. So you think about the celebration of God is the person fully alive. And just think for yourself about your own aliveness. Like, where do you experience that deep aliveness? And I'm not talking the aliveness, about a rock concert, though that can be a lot of fun, or a big football game, that can be a lot of fun, where we feel alive, sort of this energy of the moment, the energy of the group. But this aliveness that has this touch of life-givingness. It's this place where we feel life going through us, and we feel life going out and sharing it with other people, this life-giving sort of part of aliveness that I think that's probably a little bit more along what Irenaeus is talking about. Because life, a lot of us feel life-giving, and things that just don't matter. I mean, they're beautiful and they're wonderful. I'm a big football fan. I love watching football. That can feel very life-giving. And yet at the end of the day, not that important spiritually. Great fun, not that important spiritually. But life-givingness is something far different. And where have you felt that life-givingness? I want to read for you just a short little bit, and this is sort of a takeoff on a little bit what we read yesterday about the living energy. The living energy of truth and so to faith comes from the Lord alone, who is life itself. His life consists of mercy, which arises out of the love for the entire human race. So that life-givingness, like when we feel that living energy, and we feel that living energy moving through us out there into the world, that is that life-giving force that has a lot of mercy in it, that has this bit of being in love with humanity, being in love with other people, and being in love very specifically with our loved ones. That is God with us. That is what that life-giving force really is. And when we're in that, then we are fully alive. And that's the celebration of God. Like, God doesn't want us, the glory of God is the person fully alive. That's key. That's different than saying the glory of God is the person who realizes what a mess up they are, or the glory of God is the person who finally gets how guilty they should feel, or the glory of God is, any of those punitive words or connotations we can put into it. That's not it. It's much more about this life-givingness. So friends, this is something to just think about, over the course of the upcoming year. Are there times where, we should feel convicted, where we should feel guilty, where we should feel like, oh, I really blew that? Absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't want a world in which people felt no guilt. And at the same time, the primary focus has to keep leaning back towards this idea of being life-giving. And what does it mean and feel like to live into that life-givingness of the world and of nature and of community and of relationships and all that, and live into that and find the celebration of God there. So where are you going to find that life-givingness? There's a question for you. What might it be for you? When was the last time you experienced it? How can you experience that more in the year ahead? And again, it doesn't take a whole lot of work. You know where to go and what to do, and just real blessings as you get to rediscover it again and again in the year ahead. So I hope that makes sense, my life-giving friends. And what we're going to do now we're going to do our slow land here at 10 Minutes of Morning Calm, which is doing a little meditation, a little prayer, a little blessing, and then we say hi to folks on Facebook. So with that, dear friends, let me grab my little prayer bell here. We're going to listen to a little prayer bell and just let it ring, let it calm us down, and then we'll go into our little meditative thing that we do every morning. So please join me in just getting a deep breath. And the prayer bell. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends. Let's give a little cheery hello to folks. And yeah, hopefully you're not, well, you might already be experiencing these freezing temperatures, this polar vortex or whatever they call it coming down. Sherry, great to have you joining us, and good morning, and have a great weekend, my friend. And now we'll flip over here onto New Church Live home page. All right. Sherry, happy New Church Live. Happy New Year, New Church Live. Thank you very much, Sherry. We sure do appreciate that. And same to you. Frank, good morning to you, buddy. Always great to hear from you. Marcus, good morning, and thank you as always for everything you do to make all this possible. And Linda, good morning to you, my dear friend. Hope you're doing well. So, friends, I'm just wishing you all the very best. God bless. Have a